Hello, RoahmMythril here once again, and it's duck season still. Good heavens. Yes, we're doing another Ducky Talky video because, well, it has been a very busy month, and also there was something I meant to cover last time and I forgot to do so. So we're just going to go to the infinity cool so we can concentrate more on actually talking about things rather than being distracted by weird new things going on in the duck pond. So, yeah. Obviously, we are closing in on April, and usually that would mean a new gag reel video. Unfortunately, it's been another of those years where things have been on kind of a downturn, and I don't really have enough footage saved up for a good length video there. So it's going to be another year where I'm going to take what gag reel footage I have, forward it to next year, hopefully have more footage and a longer video thus. A lot of the reason for this was just how little I was able to record last year due to the cough issue, because it was really bad. I was having to struggle with it anytime I tried to sit down to record. It was a mess. It was just such a constant problem, which apparently it was actually acid reflux, even though I didn't really feel like I was suffering from that. But I mean, the medication the ENT gave me definitely seems to have done the trick, so can't complain. Can't really question. At the very least, that does seem to be fixed. But also, as far as producing outtake footage, it doesn't help that one of the projects I'm working on right now, RoahmMythril, is a blind run. So, generally, anything where I mess up there kind of has to stay in the videos, because it's a blind run. It's my initial reactions to the new stages and everything, so if something happens in the middle of that, I can't just cut the recording, save the outtake, go back, record anew, and pretend, oh, I've never seen any of this before. This is brand new to me. Yeah, that's not how a blind run works. So, yeah. I think basically all the footage I currently have for gag reel stuff is either just like, as soon as I started a recording of RoahmMythril before I get into a stage, or Battle Network 5 stuff. I might have some World of Horror stuff, but I'm not even sure if I have that. Snail Duck, we know you well. You're adorable. But yeah, so that was the thing I meant to cover in the last Duck Update video, completely forgot, and like the moment that I made the previous video live on my channel, it's like as soon as I clicked the mouse for publish, immediately I was hit with, oh, I forgot to talk about that. Well, blast. So here we are, righting a wrong. Yay! But yeah, as I said, it has also been a very busy month. Though, less specifically for me, most of the stuff going on this month has actually centered around my uncle. He's been very busy with some things where he's had to be out of the house, and so I've had to kind of keep an eye on things while he's been gone. And there is one more thing coming up later this month. So, yes, the first one was he had his medical checkup for the year, just going in and getting his meds refilled and everything. Which, thankfully, that seems to have gone well. I get really nervous. I end up very on edge anytime loved ones have to do anything medically related, even something that simple. Those who have been with me for a long time know that over the course of running the channel, there used to be 6 people living here. And now it's down to just me and my uncle. And he's the only family I have left. So, of course, anything medical, I always freak out. It's like, it sets every one of my nerves to attack mode, and I kind of spiral. I start thinking of, oh gods, what if they find something? What if there's something that we didn't know was wrong and they just find out now? What are we going to do? We can't afford insurance. We can't afford more complicated medical treatments. What's going to happen? And I just end up kind of a mess. Thankfully, though, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, you know, just the usual, your numbers are a little bit high, that kind of thing. I don't think he even had to be called back for a follow-up or anything, so, you know, hopefully no news is good news. Parrot. I wonder if it's a specific breed of parrot. Like, the main one I can think of is a macaw, I'm not sure if that's what this is. I don't know my parrots well enough. Other than they are neat birds. So, the thing coming up later this month, this coming Monday, I believe, is jury duty came for him this time. Always fun. How is it that our house gets targeted so frequently for jury duty? So, yeah, this weekend he has to call, find out if he's in the group that has to go up to the courthouse, and if so, we have to figure out, what's going to happen on Monday, how late he's going to have to be up there. All that fun mess. Always a great time. I know he's just thrilled, I'm sure. On the more positive side of things, though, a little earlier this month we had his birthday, which that was nice. We watched some Riff Track stuff together. That's always fun. We got some Little Caesars in, and I gave him some merch from a TV show he likes, Svengoolie. I also gave him some Star Wars stuff. He's a huge Star Wars fan. It becomes a little tricky sometimes thinking of things to get him, just not the fear that, does he already have this? Because he's been collecting Star Wars merch for a long time. I also got him some games for our still regrowing ColecoVision collection, which at this point, I think we might actually have almost all of the games we used to before they got stolen from our storage. I'd have to look at a full list of ColecoVision games to see if there are any others that look familiar to me. I know there's one that I still need to get that was from our old collection. There might be more. I'd have to see what all is there. We also still need to actually figure out getting the system hooked up. It's just one of those that, despite being an older, simpler machine, the connection method to the TV is a bit more complicated, and new TVs don't like to play well with it. These were the days before you could just plug in an HDMI cable and have done with it. These were the ones that needed like the little RF switch box and everything. So, yeah, we haven't quite figured that one out just yet. I was going to say I couldn't quite tell if you were a wizard or a witch, but the cackle made it all the clearer. So yeah, we're still experimenting with trying to get that set up. Honestly, I will be happy once we do, because I have a lot of good memories of playing the ColecoVision. It was one of the first 2 game systems I ever played. So, yeah, I'm hungry for some nostalgia. I do love me some retro gaming. So, yeah, that's been going on, quote-unquote, slash punctuation, yay! Anyway, that's what's been going on largely. So, in the kind of just everything is going on at once downtime, I have still been behind the scenes working on some art stuff, both some art assets for upcoming videos, but also working more on my Robot Masters. I don't recall if I shared the complete Series 3 on any of these videos, but yes, I now have Series 3 of the RMNs complete. So, just go ahead and show the RMNs real quick one more time. So yeah, there we go. But wait, there's more. I thought I was going to be done with 3 sets of Robot Masters. I legit did not have any further plans for like a Series 4. But then one of my friends, 128up, jokingly said, well, now that you have 3 sets of Robot Masters, you need a Genesis unit. And then I had the horrifying realization, oh no, I have an idea that would fit for that. I am, after all, a fan of Dynasty Warriors. So, the fact that there's the 3 kingdoms of Wei, Shu, and Wu, that worked for a theme for 3 Robot Masters. I even had a way to make them more animalistic, like the original Genesis unit, thinking of the animals that Dynasty Warriors usually uses to symbolize those 3 kingdoms, a phoenix for Wei, a dragon for Shu, and finally a tiger for Wu. So, yeah, I designed the 3 kings. And so with that, I think I'm actually done creating Robot Masters for now. I legit do not have any further plans. Will that change over the years? Who knows? Oh, okay, yeah, there is a ship over there, just far in the distance, hidden by the fog. You can see the smoke coming from it. Blowfish duck. But yes, also in bringing up Series 3 there, because this was something I think I did talk about previously on one of these videos while talking about the RMNs, was the desire I had to officially adopt Dragon Man into the RMNs. So as you can see from that, indeed, I did so. Asking around, that seemed like it was an agreed-on thing that it would be fine for me to do that. That, like, if I could have gotten in touch with Juno the Fox, I would have. Unfortunately, I just no longer have contact with him. I actually looked through my email storage to see if I still had contacts there, and it suddenly hit me. I don't think it was actually emailed where I was contacting him. I think, of all things, it might have been AOL Instant Messenger, which of course has been defunct for quite some time. It was either that or ICQ, which I no longer have that account, so it was some sort of instant messenger, a fairly old one, and thus, unfortunately, I don't have that contact anymore, and it's unlikely he would either. If I did email him at all, it might have been an older account. I'm honestly not sure. But any way you slice it, unfortunately, I can't get in touch with Juno anymore. But it was basically, it was agreed that he had designed the character specifically for me because he was largely based on my dragon character. So it was kind of figured out that it would probably be fine for me to officially adopt him into the RMN so long as I credited him, and I also want to credit Baby Jeff for the palette that I used for him. That comes from the Dragon Man Reignited fan game that Baby Jeff is working on. Which, honestly, if that's still being worked on, whenever that gets finished, I will be very interested to check that out. Yes, we get it. Boat. But yeah, obviously I did put a bit of my own spin on Dragon Man. I added some extra attributes to his armor. I gave him wings and a tail, gave him his own new weapon, and I'm quite happy with how he turned out. And I was also very happy to see that Baby Jeff really liked how it turned out as well. So, yeah. It was really nice getting that taken care of. As far as creative pursuit things go, oh. Well, I can tell from looking, Plague Doctor Duck. I always just thought that was kind of a neat and very freaky aesthetic, Plague Doctors. Which, I mean, yeah, it's weird to call Plague Doctor an aesthetic, which, I mean, I guess at this point it is, and not the horrible thing that it was back during the plague and everything. But, I mean, you know what I mean. It's one of those things that just suddenly hit me as, is it right to call that an aesthetic, knowing what it meant back then? It is an interesting look, the whole bird mask thing. But yeah, as far as creative pursuits, there is something else I have been working on in the background. Not so much something I was doing, though. A friend of mine that writes fanfics, they recently wrote a long-format fanfic. I think turned out, I think at last count it was 36 chapters. And so I was helping them out with beta reading and editing, proofreading, that sort of thing. And so, yeah, they finished that, got it posted, and it seems to have been well received. So, hey, I am very happy for that. Basically, they used to write fanfic for the original Zootopia when that first came out, and now that the second movie came out, that spurred them to write more, and so I've been helping them out with that, and it's been very cool. I really enjoy their writing style, and, you know, seeing that finalized work come up and having had a hand in helping them out with that, I was very happy to do so, and I'm very glad to see that people really seem to enjoy it. So, yes, that's everything that has been largely keeping me busy. However, there has been one other thing kind of getting in the way. I have been trying my hardest to deny it. Unfortunately, I'm at a point where I don't think I can deny it anymore, and that is, I am experiencing the dreaded burnout with Battle Network 5. It is the trouble of a Battle Network project, that they are huge undertakings, since I'm playing 2 games at the same time, essentially, to try and show everything off. There's a lot of requests from people of, go talk to this NPC, go talk to this NPC. And so it ends up becoming a lot of, okay, I gotta make sure I go do this, I have to make sure I go do this, even if it's just a flavor text thing, so they tend to be very extensive projects. Zombie. And I think I have hit that point with Battle Network 5 for now. Which is honestly very frustrating, because I would like to get the next Liberation mission finished. And honestly, past that, I think it's largely a straight shot to the end of the main game. I have my plans for this Liberation mission on both versions of the game written out. I know what I need to do. It's just finding the energy and the mood to actually work on it. Because every single time that I have sat down to try to work on it, I get Battle Network 5 booted up, I get OBS booted up, I set up the headset, I'm ready to go, and I just, for lack of a better description, I just feel this huge wave of fatigue and the immediate thought of, man, I wish I was playing something else. And it's not that I don't like Battle Network 5. It's just, it is kind of a, it is a big undertaking, is the thing. As such, I'm not sure if maybe I should go back to working on RoahmMythril 3 or Pokemon Crystal for a bit. So, yeah, honestly, let me know what you think in the comments. Should I just push on with Battle Network 5? Should I go to one of the other projects, and if so, which one? Just, give me your thoughts on that. In the meantime, I will probably, look through my Steam library, try and find some things to do as one-shots. I was actually going to do one of Mega Bonk, but unfortunately, it seemed to be taking up a lot of memory every recording attempt. Even just 2 minutes was half a gig. It seemed big, but also I think my brain mathed wrong. That's how frazzled I've been, because actually thinking about it, half a gig for 2 minutes isn't that unusual when recording something like that. I think I was thinking of it the other way, that instead of being half a gig, 2 minutes was a full gig or more or something. I don't know. My brain malfunctioned on that one, I think. However, it is something I'm going to be testing to see how well it works, just in case something runs bigger than expected. For example, that happened with Vampire Survivors, to where when I was recording a video of that, as you might remember if you saw that video, I ran out of memory on the hard drive. Oopsies. So I'm going to see how well I can just record directly to my external drive, see if that behaves. Because it's a USB external hard drive, so I'll see if that works. If so, that might help, and I might still be able to do a video of Mega Bonk, because I would like to. It is a fun game. And I'm sure I have some other things I could probably record as well. My, what big eyes you have. But yeah, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing for a bit, is just maybe a few one-shots, and then we'll see about maybe getting back into either Pokemon Crystal No Evolutions or RoahmMythril 3 Blind Run. We'll see what people say on those. Overall, I feel like that's most of what I wanted to talk about. As far as games I've been playing recently, just for my own fun, I didn't think I would get as into it as I did, but I have been playing Pocopia lately. It's it is a fairly relaxing little game. It is weird because, like, I guess it's just the Pokemon coat of paint on it because, like, for example, obviously Minecraft has been around for a long time, and there are definitely similarities there, but Minecraft just never really drew me in somehow. But Pocopia, even as much as I kept thinking, I'm not too interested, I'm probably not going to play this, the more that they talked about it, the more that I saw in it, the more I just kind of thought, hey, maybe this could be fun. And I got it, and I haven't regretted it. The other big game I've been playing a lot lately is one I got on Steam. It's still in early access, Beastie Ball. It is a monster tamer game, but instead of having like normal monster versus monster battles, instead you play volleyball. It is a very quirky and fun concept, and I love the monster designs in it. So yes, I've been having a really good time with that. Also, I do have a reservation for Star Force Legacy Collection, so I should be getting that fairly soon. I think that's coming out next week. So, yeah. Also did get Monster Hunter Stories 3, though I haven't actually started playing that one yet, but I did got it downloaded because, yeah, that's one of those that even if you get the physical copy, it is the game key card, which I guess means part of the game is stored on the card itself, and you have to do an additional download for the rest of it or something like that for whatever didn't fit on the card. I guess that's how it works and how they justify that you do still have to have the card in to play it. Which, hey, I guess that means at least I saved a little bit of memory on the system. So, yeah. I always like the lighting on this one when night hits. Very pretty. It looks like somewhere I would really enjoy, just being able to sit here by the pool and just chill out. Just really like the vibes here. I love the neon circles on the little vacuum tube there. But, so, yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I am also probably going to try and chill and do some drawing, not of my own Robot Masters, but I'm still working on drawing all of Neo's. He has quite a few still that I have not drawn yet. Piggy bank. Yeah, sadly don't think we got any new ducks this time. But yeah, I think there's about, I want to say, half of his set of Robot Masters that I haven't drawn yet. Just to go ahead and put up the ones that I have drawn so far. So yeah. With that, I think we're pretty much good. This is probably I mean, I don't really know how long I've been recording this. When I have Duck Simulator up on the system to record from it, it's full screen, so I can't see my OBS window. One of many reasons I would love to get a dual monitor setup going. I just, at the current point in time, don't have the desk space for a second monitor. But it would be really nice to be able to get that going. Someday. But with that, I think we're pretty much good to call it for now. Whether this was a shorter Duck update than last time or not, at least I think I got through everything I actually needed to say this time. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Until then, quack!